So is one of the students, one of the people that are left, the mastermind? If that's the case, I 100% think it's... Wait, hold on. I was gonna say Byakuya, because he's been cocky this whole time, which would kind of fit the personality of the mastermind. But if he wanted to throw us off his trail and he's still alive, I think the best bet would be Hiro. Because that would be playing off like being the stupid one, not knowing anything. But I think it's one of those two. I don't think it's Hina. I definitely don't think it's Hina. I don't think it's Toko. It could be Toko, but I don't think it is. Check the dining room. And suddenly, we were greeted with... Oh! You again. Is he broken? I suppose his emotional instability reached its limit. Jeez, what the heck?
However,
I wonder what that was all about. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief.
Is that Makoto?
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
huh? You survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that? I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
God damn it, Hiro. Everyone was there, all of my friends who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up.
What?
Wait, what's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks. It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog. Get away! Shoot! Shoot! And in a flash, my tears dried up. I still can't believe you survived. Yeah, me either. Do you realize why it is you escaped execution? It was alter ego. He saved my life.
That's right.
Not too many people can say that they had their lives saved by a computer program. I imagine it was a learning experience for you.
Yo!
Makoto! What was it like hanging out in the spirit world? I didn't go to the spirit world.
You know?
Did you get to talk to her? Who? Miss Cleo. No, I didn't talk to her. I mean, I didn't go to the spirit world. I mean, who the heck is Miss Cleo? So what have you guys been doing while I was gone? Well, we figured out that since the trial was over, we'd have access to new places again. And? No dice. All the rooms were locked, that were locked before were still locked. So there weren't any new areas. Then where can we go to find new clues? You stink. Are you rotten? Rotten physically, mentally, every way you can be. Rotten. Sorry, I was rolling around in garbage for a while. The smell is so smelly. Super smelly. You smell even worse than me. Way worse than me. I win. She seems happy for some reason.
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain? Explain what? But is it okay for you to be here? Well, what if the math man catches you?
It's true.
It's related to what we have to tell you all. I need to tell you all about the last class trial. Last class trial?
In other words,
We're going to redo Makuro's trial.
Huh?
What? Seriously?
How about that?
What's the point in redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it. Like I keep telling you.
wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer. And of course it's not me or any of you. Then who did it?
I see.
What she's trying to say is it was all the work of the mastermind.
Huh?
What? You saying the mastermind killed Makuro?
That's right.
That's right. It was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to stop it.
However,
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did you say?
You spotted the trap, You spotted the trap, did you, Makoto? You make it sound like it was easy.
however,
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of school regulations. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
Huh?
And the mastermind agreed? Does this mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the very end of the last trial. When you said, now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean!
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again later. So, knowing all this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Makuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind? But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Every last mystery?
But
We've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
You've probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies. Everyone? Hey, who said that you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever with Master. I meanwhile want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible. Anyway, at this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth.
Interesting.
In other words, one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say. But figuring out who the mastermind is and how they killed Makuro and all the school's mysteries? That's a pretty freaking tall order. Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
Indeed.
That's what I thought too, at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Hint? It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay. Enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step into Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? And Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. Huh? But why?
So, in other words...
If the mastermind is really the one who killed Monokuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have to had set foot in the school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Makuro, but there's no way he could have disguised a scene like that.
In other words...
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students that have been taking part in the killing game. And then the mastermind is... There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. Add in Makuro and you get 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them?
That's right.
And of those 16 people, we started out with the only ones left still alive. Are the people standing right here? Need I continue, or do you get it? Do you get it now? You're saying the mastermind is one of us?
No way!
You can't be serious. Well, wait, we can't say that that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said that to confuse us.
Indeed.
It's all a certain possibility. but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we cannot ignore. Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair. So they must be a high schooler. We can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Well,
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
but...
I don't care how sneaky you are. You would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right, right?
And maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely possible if they directed the flow of conversation. Well, maybe, but still.
This is a school announcement. You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode. So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school.
Oh, okay.
Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit.
Okay.
Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
Hmm?
How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
Time to talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of my family.
At this point, I can only rely on myself, on the Togami blood flowing in my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibilities. Well then, after making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. Master, he didn't take me with him.
Hey.
Do you blame him? Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee and cream without cream. Or coffee. You're totally useless. So, bye. With that, Toko trudged off out of the dining hall. Now she's gone. You're probably gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right. Which just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
Just a second.
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall. Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves? What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing.
But...
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know?
'cause, I mean...
But up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been there, I would have died. Makoto? That's really nice of you to say. But still, I know I've mostly been totally useless.
Okay.
So I figure, at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us get out of here. So I'm gonna go off on, and do it on my own. Okay, see you later. Hina was in a surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. And once again, it's just the two of us.
Indeed.
Indeed. So you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
However,
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we'll be going to do our searches separately doesn't mean that we can't still work together.
so...
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigations doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I just see as splitting up to cover more ground. And then we can get back together and share what we've found. Yeah, that's right.
So then,
Well, I better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
correct.
Monokuma said that all the doors had been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go to before.
Makoto.
No matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth, by any means necessary. With that, Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. I don't have any time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of this school. And then we can all escape together. I guess I'll start by taking a look at the Makuru's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity was unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. It had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Makuro Ikusabe, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. The headmaster's room, the biolab, and the door in the data center with the Monokuma face on it. Oh, and the second room, second floor of the dorms, where the gate was down before. That should be open now, right? After that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder, which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started. Okay. Jesus. I was just getting started. That was an hour. But now the real thing begins, our investigation. And since we're already here, I'm very curious to see what the second floors are like. The gate's open. We can finally check out the second floor of the dorms, which means I have to do it. What's up here? Whoa! This the second floor of the dorms? Looks like some ancient ruins. Or no, it's more like a battlefield, like a bomb blew up in here or something. I can't investigate that, sadly. The bed is completely torn apart. I mean, it's not even really a bed anymore, it's just garbage. Thanks, Monokuma. I opened the door just a crack, glanced inside, and immediately closed it again. There wasn't even a hint of a bathroom, just a big pile of rubble. Nothing else, huh? Alright. No information in there. Bathrooms. A few other rooms. Even in a place like that. Okay. Sure. I gotta investigate everything. This is a weird looking room. Looks oddly clean for the rest of the situation that I've seen. Weird. Why though? Why is there a draft coming out of that locker? Whoa. This room is filled with lockers. Must have been for Hope's Peak students who came before us. The class before us must have used these lockers. Looks like the lockers is already broken. There's a metal plate mounted to the locker. There's no way to get it open. I wonder if I can open this locker. Nope, locked. There's a card reader installed on the door. That must be how you get the locker open. After all, it's pretty similar to the card readers on the for the locker rooms of the second floor of the school. And if you have your e-handbook, you can open those up. Does that mean? Well, let's just give it a try. Took out my handbook and ran it across the card reader. And then, no luck. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. Same thing, okay. But then there's this one. Nope, not that one. I wanted to get the one in between the two. No, apparently I can't look at the one that's open. Yeah, nope, that's a blank. Okay. Weird. Oh, whoops. I can't imagine any way to get this locker open. I'm not even gonna try bothering. I don't think this locker is gonna open. I wonder if I can... Same thing. Repeated dialogue. I can't imagine any way to get these locks open. I'm not even gonna bother trying. Okay. So there's nothing I can do in here, in other words. Kind of strange, but alright. I'm almost afraid of a jump scare happening around here for some reason. The hell? This room doesn't feel like a student's room. It has a more adult atmosphere.
Correct.
It's the headmaster's private room. Kyoko!
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. Huh? A regret? Kyoko looks almost meek right now. She must be thinking about something. I probably shouldn't bother her. There's a PC on the desk. It must have belonged to the headmaster.
It would seem...
Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. PC still has some search results left on it. Then we might be able to get some info on the ultimate despair.
However...
There's not much, though. Nothing we don't already know.
In other words...
The ultimate despair isn't one involved, but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy, which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people, whose driving force comes from despair.
However...
And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there? But I guess that's the best we could hope. We could do a complete Kagiri failure. But any information on the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on.
Correct.
I see. That's a good outlook you have. That's a good outlook to have. There's a strange gap in the wall. Is it some kind of design mistake or a construction defect or something?
So...
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze?
Indeed.
There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Open space, does that mean... You mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. You know how to open it? Did you figure it out? Some kind of trick or some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
Very easy trick, yes. So easy, I'm not sure that you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on the PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open up.
However...
But I don't have a clue what that password might be. All we know is that it's probably made up of letters and or numbers. We can't really go from there. You're right, that's not nearly enough to go on.
It's true.
I looked for all his paperwork, all of the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password. When I think about how much time I've wasted on this... Jeez. So there's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume that there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. But maybe for her, that there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. And if Kyoko can't figure it out, no way do I stand a chance. No, wait, there might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of, or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name?
What?
Huh? Oh, sorry. I was just trying to think of what the password might be. I'm not sure. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password, knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it? Just to be sure.
Well?
It's It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want. Okay. You know, I'm glad I thought of typing Kyoko's name. But if that's not it, that might just hurt Kyoko even more.
Hey,
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know your guess is wrong. Okay. In that case, here goes nothing. I collected myself, then turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password in. I typed in her full name, Kyoko Kigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling. As I finished typing it in,